Okay, can you hear me now? Yeah, so I updated OBS because I thought on Wednesday that was part of the problem. So I was like, oh, I'll update it, even though I swore I'd never update OBS again. Well, when I updated it, it dropped my mic. So hopefully it's good. Can you hear the game? Let's see, I think you're too about farming. I was raised on a farm, so I've got some tips for you, Sprouts. Let me tell you about them. Now, Sprouts, by the way, that's what I call my grandchildren. If you don't like it, send me a letter. I just think of you as my grandchildren, too. Aw, that's sweet. Anyways, back to business. You don't need a refrigerator for produce. What you need is a nice, sturdy chest. Build a chest and it'll keep your produce fresh all year round. And don't forget a scarecrow. It'll protect your crops from, well, crows. So, yeah, I'm doing better. I think this is officially the end of my break. I'm glad to be streaming again. I was really upset on Wednesday when it wasn't working for me. Like, I was really upset. I was like, but I want to start streaming. But we were having like snowstorms and stuff, and it just was not wanting to work. So I'm glad to be back. I really needed that break. I was so stressed out with work and just like, I was really, really stressed out. So I'm doing better. I've got a better handle on things. Like, I'm still working through things, but I'm in a better spot than I was. So is good. Yeah, I hit a point where I just couldn't with anything. And, you know, work, I have a coworker who just doesn't particularly like anybody, but I seem to have gotten on her bad side, and it just wasn't going well. And, you know, I'm an extremely sensitive person, and what really got me was I needed a distraction from how I was feeling, and I couldn't find one, so I sat alone in those emotions for too long, and I really got depressed. And it wasn't good for me. So I took a break. Honestly, I kind of wondered if I was gonna come back, but I was like, I enjoy streaming too much just to give up on it. So I'm glad I came out on the other side, and, you know, we're good now. But yeah, I struggled a bit. And, you know, I feel like that's always been a little bit of a flaw in myself, is that I try to put on a happy face even when things are going kind of bad, and I'll do that until I absolutely like crack in half, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, that's really bad. So yeah, I need to stop doing that to myself. It's really not a good habit. Yeah, I was really kind of wondering if I would, because I got kind of used to just not doing it, and then I missed it too much, and I was like, you know, I really do love it, and I missed seeing people and talking to people, and I felt isolated, but I couldn't. On one hand, I felt completely isolated and that I just shut myself off, but on the other hand, I'm like, I can't handle people right now. I'm like, I'm like, you know, I can't do the people thing right now. But like I said, I'm back, and I think that break was... I think it's over now, so... I was really so sad on Wednesday. I was like, why is my computer not working? But the weather was trash. Like, just complete and absolute trash. And I don't handle sadness particularly well, especially my own. And there was so much turmoil and stuff at work, and I feel like every time I turned around there was something hurting me, something stressing me out, and I didn't want to face that. No. I do not mind at all, and I really do appreciate everyone who you know, was asking me how I was doing, and you know, it really actually kind of helped to pull me out of part of it, because, you know, knowing that there's people that care, and that really was actually genuinely helpful. I'm sorry if I worried anybody. I haven't had a moment like that where I stopped streaming. Oh gosh, I haven't had a moment like that since probably about a month or so after I started. But it was so easy to get caught up in the, well, I don't get many views, and, you know, am I really doing a good job? And it was too easy to get caught up in that whenever I was just, like, really kind of in the trenches. So I didn't want to keep staying there in the depths, but I think I just had to mull around a little bit and realize exactly what I wanted and how I was feeling, and realizing that, you know, it's about me having a good time with you guys, and, you know, it's not, the views and everything aren't super important, because this never was meant to be another job. This was meant to be me having fun with my friends and hanging out and playing video games. And I think I lost sight of that a little bit. Just a little bit of self-pity, like a heaping helping of self-pity. But we're good now. I'm on the mend. I'm on the up and up. And that was the hard thing, was just seeing how far other people in very, like, similar situations, like, fairly new. The Cherry Blossom Festival are here is out of this world. It's about them getting together and eating good food. But it was difficult for me to kind of step away from that thought of, I need to be better, I need to be doing more, I need to be engaging more. It was really hard to step away from that, because, you know, I do really care about you guys, and I want to provide good content, and I just felt like I wasn't doing good enough, that I wasn't engaging enough, that, you know, I wasn't producing the best content, and, you know, I was like, once again, a heaping helping of self-pity there, but I think we're, like I said, I'm on the mend, I'm doing better, but I definitely hit a rough patch. Process. You know, and it wasn't you guys. I definitely want to stress that very much. It wasn't you guys at all. Because everyone here has been absolutely fantastic. I've never had a problem. I've always felt, you know, really connected to the community I've tried to grow. You guys were the best part of it, and it just, too much time in my own head. I see people, and, like, I really am genuinely excited for them, but then that little voice creeps in saying that I'm not doing well enough, and that, you know, obviously I'm doing something wrong because you know, I'm not generating the numbers that other people are. So it's like, well, why am I not as good as them? Like, what's wrong with me? And so I get stuck in that thought loop of, well, what's wrong with me? Why can't I be as good as them? So it's something I've had to work on, and it's something I had to climb out of that trench myself. But honestly, like, all of my friends and everything, I've been so happy seeing them, like, seeing their channels grow and seeing how they change, and, you know, I want to be good too. You know, I wish that I was as fun and engaging as some of the people I know, but it's differences in personalities. There's a whole lot of factors. You know, it's like, I don't have any sort of camera or VTuber or anything, so it's like, well, maybe that's not as engaging. So, I go back and forth. Yeah. And it's also, I used to do better on views and stuff when I had more time after work, because I got off at 3. And so, I was able to stream for 2 hours earlier in the day, and now I feel like I stream sort of late, and so there's not usually a whole lot of people who, you know, log in at the time that I stream, so it's just kind of a little opportunity missed there. I love meeting new people, and it's really great to get to see, like, 1 or 2 new people pop on. And it really does, like, make me excited to find new people and have them find me. And it's like, I love when new streamers especially are like, hey, like, I just wanted to say, you know, like, I'm watching you, and, you know, I have my own channel, so I think that's how Pogre and I ended up following each other, is because I watched him stream, and we ended up talking about the fact that I was streaming, so we ended up kind of swapping information and following each other, and then I met Rusty and Candy through him, and, you know, it's been a good time. It's been a good time with him, and, like I said, just meeting new people that way. So, I do enjoy it very much. Just, you know, I've been at it for a couple years now, and it's one of those, I wish that I was a little bit better than I am, but I'm not angry at where I'm at. It's just that little voice being like, but it could be better. Probably, to answer your question, I'd say the answer is probably yes. You know, and admittedly, I have less of a people-y sort of personality. I'm a little bit more, like, reserved in a way. I'm not very loud usually, and oh gosh, that was a bad idea. Going around that way was bad. But it's like, you know, I feel like I don't have the magnetism that I know some people do. My mouse is being weird. You know, I think I lack a little bit of charisma, which, honestly, I rewatched my first stream and I was downright embarrassed. But I've grown and I've changed a lot, but I still don't think I'm to the point of someone who has a natural flair for it. Well, then we can agree to disagree, because I don't feel like I'm there. I don't feel like I'm at that level that I have sort of a natural, easygoing charisma. It really takes a lot to kind of not necessarily put on a show, but to be the best form of myself. It takes a little bit. I wish it was a little more effortless, but, you know, sometimes it really takes a lot for me to actually, like, to be entertaining and to be fun, and like, some people naturally just have people laughing like crazy, and I'm like, I'm not necessarily the type, unless I'm screaming, because then apparently people find it hilarious. It's going to be sunny tomorrow. Ooh, shopping. Welcome to Coral Shopping. Seasoning set. So there's a store in town that sells all these things, and I ended up buying all of it. I made enough money, and I was just like, yeah. Sure. Sure, 'tis free platform. Honestly, I love hearing about people. I'm a people watcher. And, like, I love learning new things about people just because I'm interested. And I'm so happy the computer's working right now. It really is genuinely making me happy right now. So, yes. All of my videos are saved to Twitch, and I end up putting them on YouTube. So if you don't feel comfortable saying it on the stream, you can always put it on Discord. You can just message me on Discord, and I can pull up my phone and read it to myself, not read it out loud. If you're more comfortable with it that way. Yeah, just whatever you're comfortable with. If you want to share, feel free. And honestly, if anybody has questions about me, I know I have it for points on the channel. Feel free to ask. Feel free to ask me questions. I tend to be like an oversharer just because I like transparency. I don't like the feeling that I need to hide pieces of myself. I mean, aside from, like, super, super personal questions, like, I probably won't expose my name. Like, my real name, where I live, obvious stuff that should be said on the internet. But, other than that, like, I'm pretty open. I mean, by all means, if you want to spend channel points, you know, go ahead, but I'm pretty much an open book. You know, I average about 3 viewers. That's usually where I hang out. That's pretty much the only reason I got to affiliate was because I was lucky and I got 3 people. I think my max viewers that I've ever had was like 11? Ah, so things got official. I'm clearing out this land even though I have no real good reason, because I'm pretty sure I don't have the resources needed to do what I want to do. Because there's animals in this game and I forget about that. I mean, as one does with the big decision, you sit there and you think and you think and you think and you think. I am an overthinker, so I feel ya. I get it. I'm going to run out of energy before I get anything done. I got trees to chop. I got things to do. This is where I always get myself in trouble. I have bigger ambitions than my stamina bar. Okay, and now we can get down here. Fair point. I feel like The public aspect of it was a little terrifying, and honestly, that's why I'm still kind of like, that's why I don't have a camera, that's why I don't, you know, I don't have my name. That is an even better point, because you probably would have been contractually obligated to have a certain amount of streams and a certain amount of, like, content. Inventory full? I think that's a load of malarkey. As an aside, I just checked how many viewers I have, and I was like, oh, look at that! 3! I love everyone who's here, believe me. I just find it kind of funny that that's literally what we were just talking about. Okay, and drop that. Sell the mushrooms. One day I'll have to tell you about the Minecraft saga, because I sort of relate in a roundabout sort of way. Yeah, there's a story with that, and there's rules on the channel because of that. Oh no, my energy is super low. I am testing these boundaries. That's not the best thing to do. Don't be me. I think the comparison aspect for me came along because I've always been like an overachiever. I was always the one who excelled in school, who everyone's like, oh, you're doing a great job. And I think I crave that affirmation that I'm doing a good job. And also depending on the game, you know, when I don't actually pay attention to who plays what games. Like, if they're friends, I tend to know what they're playing, but I don't really follow any, like, YouTubers or anything, or the only people that I have on Twitch are people who I'm, like, kind of friends with, so, you know, I don't necessarily compare myself in that aspect, but I think it's just the overall umbrella of quote-unquote how well someone's doing. I think that's what I judge myself on. That's extremely relatable. I feel that. Oh wow, look at that. They actually are open. Yeah, that's extremely relatable. Oh no, they need stuff that I don't have. Did I write it down? I don't even know if I wrote it down. I keep absolute trash notes. I did write it down, but I forgot you have to have it in your inventory. What time do you close? 1700. Do I have time to run home? Feel free. You can message me on Discord privately and tell me who you think it is, and I will either say yes or no and tell you exactly who. I'll let you know if you're correct. Okay, I don't even have the copper bars for this. Lame. Well, that's no good. How rude. Was that the name of the person, or were you telling me hi? The answer is yes. Yes, you were correct, and I will tell you exactly why. Okay, there we go. But yes, you were correct for those reasons. Oh, well, there's no point in me going back anyway. A, I ran out of time. B, I don't even have the supplies. How rude. Yeah, and I mean, it is what it is, but that, and I have a little bit of an inferiority complex, so yeah, I'm working on it. I'm a work in progress. It's just lots of work. Lots of work. Oh, my bestie, she's playing Rust. It's funny when they pop up, because I'm like, oh, look! I know that person. I know what they're doing. Oh no, I'm starting to feel... How did that take so much out of me? My goodness. I gotta be careful. I'm gonna end up getting myself in a world of trouble. Although, I did find out in this game, you can go below your stamina. Like, you can go into the negative for a little bit. And still be fine. And not, like, pass out and end up, you know, being stuck somewhere. I never thought you would, and honestly, I'm the type of person who... I never say something unless I'm decently okay with it getting out anyway. So, I don't think you'll... I don't expect you to ever say anything, but, you know, it's just... The things I say, I don't necessarily mind getting out. But, you know, it's just one of those things. It is what it is, and all I can do is just try to be as good as I can be. But anywho, I have played this game, I think I'm in fall. I think I'm in like the end of fall on my playthrough, so I got pretty far in this game. And honestly, it is an absolute delight. I love this game to pieces. I want more though. Like, there's no announcements on when the updates are coming out. Right now it's just to be announced. I'm like, but I want more. Millie! Do you know I was just about to write a piece on the harms of oil drilling companies, and now one appeared right in our homes. No, I get it. I completely get it. I have felt none too stable myself recently, and being able to be back and kind of be back in full swing, to be able to talk to people and to be able to engage with people again, you know, it feels good. It feels like a mental deep breath. Like, it's sort of helping me get set to rights again. I can understand. I understand ya. Believe me, no judgment. And, you know, my whole thing is from the get-go, when I started the channel and when I started thinking of how I wanted to do my community, I wanted as much engagement as possible, because honestly, I wanted friends. I wanted friends that I can engage with and have a good time with. That's why I did the vote, and that's why I have, you know, my private channels and stuff. Like, I want people to be as engaged as possible. So that's kind of where I went from, and I really do love being friendly as much as I possibly can. And honestly, you have been so helpful, so incredibly helpful, because there are a lot of things that I could not have figured out on my own. And I for one am immensely grateful, because, you know, having somebody who has that insight is just so incredibly helpful, and especially somebody nice enough to help you just in general, because I feel like there's a lot of gatekeeping in, like, with streaming, because, you know, it is that sort of competitive drive. But I like that the friends that I found were all like, oh, do you know how to do this? Here, let me help you. And when one of us finds something fun, you know, it's like, oh, hey, everyone, get in on this. So I think that aspect of the groups that I found is really fun. And it's like, everyone just wants everyone to succeed. I think you succeed. Yeah, I've seen it. I have seen that a couple times. And honestly, if I've done that to you, please, please, please let me know, because that was never my intention. You know, and I don't take your help for granted or anything like that. So, it's closed on Wednesdays. No, no, gosh dang. Hate it when that happens. Well, I'm glad. Like I said, when I first started, I just wanted friends. I just wanted to have a good time, and, you know, I think I really do love making people laugh. I'm not the funniest, but I feel like sometimes I have some funny comments. Even if I feel like I'm a little bit forced. A leaf beetle. You know, I just want to play games and just have a good time and have people have a good time with me. See, that's the thing. That's the thing. Sometimes you just gotta. And honestly, sometimes you don't know how much you need a conversation like that until it happens. I have found that is the case a lot of times, is I don't know how badly I need a deep conversation until I start having one, and then I'm like, wow, I didn't realize I had that much that I needed to say. I think especially people who like to make people happy, sometimes you just kind of end up sitting there going, oh yeah, huh, I need that for me too. So hopefully being in this found community, this little found family, I hope that you've been able to find companions and find something that can make you smile. Okay, let's see. I need to... No, that's already... I've already put it in my optimum configuration. If I can make it past the rocks. Oh no! Pet slime. There we go. That is... I'm glad to hear that. I feel like the last couple years have been extremely rough on so many people, and you know, I try to take happiness where I can find it, and you know, I love to hear that other people are happy as well. So, yay for smiles in 2023. Because Lord knows after the last, 3 years, people need smiles. And this is gonna be one of those mining days. I don't know if there's a luck system in this game, but I feel like I'm always on the unlucky end of it. Come on. Aha, there it is. Why am I... Okay, I was like, I swear, if I get through this whole thing and there's not a single thing of... This is bronze. But I'm like, if I get through this whole thing and there's not a single thing of bronze, I'm going to be quite perturbed. But I think we're good. Except now we have to find the ladder, which is the worst part. Ah! It's not even a ladder, it's a rope. Which is quite interesting, to be honest. Redeem taxes. I was gonna say go yell at Disnerd so she can come do her Lazarus project thing. Which, okay, I admit I opened the Lazarus project and I haven't been too good about being on. I will be extending it. I will be extending it by a week because I had to take a week off. Okay, there we go. You know, it's funny. This is my fighting style. I'm just an absolute brute. I don't have much finesse. And I'm like that in, oh gosh, Skyrim. Stealth was never my thing. I had the Mace of Molag Bal, and you bet that stealth was not an option. I went in swinging. Which is funny, because after I got through all of the main quest line, then I went back and started doing stealth archer stuff. But yeah, no, that was never my first option. I was just a little wild hooligan. Yeah! Yeah! Like, I have no chill. And I've been playing the new Harry Potter game. Absolutely no chill whatsoever. I am a heathen. I will literally fly my broom right into the middle of a fight and just start casting spells. I have zero chill. Okay, no. I won't go that far because I'm sensitive. I don't think I can become a dark wizard. I really can't. I'm too much of a cinnamon roll. It hurts me. It hurts my soul. Honestly, you should see me playing certain games. I'm such a wuss. I'm like, I don't want to hurt people. Oh, yeah, no, I don't think I have it in me. Because in Skyrim, when you get to the part where, what is his name? Barnabas, I think? The dog with Clavicus Vile. I couldn't. Even for the pretty weapon, I couldn't. Like, nope, the dog's gonna live. Everyone's gonna live. Unless it's attacking me, I won't attack it. Or unless it's, like, potentially just going to, like, wreck my day. But for the most part, I try to be... I try to be nice. No, I didn't mean to hit the tree. I put that thing in the wrong spot, I swear. Okay. Oh. Something new. Okay, well, we can do... 2 more... Nope, wrong thing. 2 more of those. Honestly, that should probably move out. That should go in. That can go there. A little beetle guy's coming with me. Okay, make 2 of those. I'm trying to think of a game where I've actually, like, done the evil route. I mean, when I play Sims, I get pretty dark. I've killed more Sims than I care to admit. I have some really convoluted storylines, too, in my Sims families. Like, honestly, think of, like, Days of Our Lives times, like, the angst of a teenager. Yeah. So many people, so many Sims died. Probably unnecessarily. Lots of dramas, lots of heartbreak. Families being split up. I had no chill. I was an absolute menace to my Sims. You know what? I'm gonna break my tradition of never fishing, and we're gonna go fishing. And then I'm gonna absolutely suck at it, so then I'm gonna be like, we're not fishing again. Hello, audio. Let me, points. Alex, I don't think we ever decided if you wanted to start doing points or not. Yeah, so my husband chose Slytherin. I'm like, I'm a Hufflepuff. I am a Hufflepuff all the way. I don't have it in me to be mean. I'm like, don't make me do it. Oh gosh, the Ebony Blade in Skyrim. They're like, oh, you have to kill a companion who trusts you. I'm like, don't hurt me like this. It's like, I want the weapon, but at what cost? Am I willing to do it? Yeah, no. And then I have a friend who's like, it's just a video game. I was like, but it makes me feel bad. Like, I don't want to be mean. This fish is being a pain in the butt. Ah! Oh. I will reel this fish in eventually. Oh, the calming piano music. You know, there's what is it called? Fangamer, I think, where they do merch for certain games. I love their Stardew stuff, but I would love if they did Coral Island. No! No! I hit the wrong button, Rose, you dolt! No! Well, that sucks. Also, Alex, don't feel like you... Oh, and I missed the fish, so now it's just... Now it's trash. It's legitimate trash. Yeah, Alex, don't feel like you need to stay up. If you need to go to bed, go to bed. Oh gosh. Literally all there is trash now. I do enjoy a good conversation. And honestly, it feels like it's been forever since I've talked with someone. And it's like, oh no, that's not what I meant to do. I'm gonna make myself pass out. Okay, we caught one fish. We are officially done with fishing. Yep, no more fishing, no more. Stupid cricket is faster than I am. They need to fix this mechanic. I need to be able to go faster when I'm trying to catch a bug. Stupid cricket! I mean, I guess it's part of, like, planning, but my goodness, that's just... It's too much. Too much effort. Can I refill my water? No, I can't. Honestly, the game was smart. They're like, you can't put salty ocean water in your watering can. It doesn't work like that. I'm like, but why? It works in Stardew. Yeah, like, I cannot think of a single game that I've gone the evil path in. I really can't. It's a ruby red dragonette, which is a very interesting name for a fish. Oh yeah, I forgot. I have a little cricket bug. I can go donate it. That's the thing. I'd be so upset. I think there's a meme or something on maybe general games, or did I send it to JD? I'll have to find it at some point, cause like that totally sums me up. I can't be mean. Oh, it's I'm running out of daylight. Actually, I'm out of daylight. It's the middle of the night. Right? Okay, what perfectly sums me up about how stupidly sentimental I am, has everyone played Fallout 4? Because that'll really sort of set the scene for this. Ooh, I learned a new recipe. Ball of goop. Okay, so everyone's played Fallout 4. So, when I got the tape, like, I went through the whole beginning scene of, like, getting out of the vault, like, my husband's dead, I'm devastated. So I get out of the vault, and I play the Hi Honey, tape, or the holotape. I cried. I'm like, I'm 15 minutes into the game, and I'm sitting here crying because there's a recording of my husband saying, like, hi, honey, and I'm like, he's dead! Yeah, I cried so much, and I was like, I'm not even that far into the game. Super embarrassing fact, by the way, I have a fanfiction in the works for Fallout 4. Super embarrassing. There are two sides of me. And that one's embarrassing. But yeah, no, there's a full-on fanfiction. Okay, let's see. I didn't cry at In Sound Mind. I thought I might, but I didn't. Now I'm like, take a quick peek at my video games. Not Stardew, not Minecraft, not Red Dead. Haven't played Outriders, haven't played Until Dawn. Okay, none of those ones. I cry more at, like, movies and stuff, but I am a weeper. I, like, any excuse for a good cry fest. What is the last video game I cried at? Oh! I cried at Slime Rancher. Not gonna lie. I got to the very end, and I was listening to Casey's song, and I was just like, it's so sad. I cried so much. I was like, gosh, pull it together. But no, I cried like an absolute baby at that one. I'm like, it's so sad. Casey loved her so much, and now they're separated. Like, they're probably separated for good. Yeah, no, so weepy. So weepy. You don't need to ask permission for everything. You feel free to say what you want to say. I promise. I promise. It's good. That's good. I promise. There's a very specific TV commercial that I cry at every single time I see it. Certain movies I cry. But you don't need to ask for permission. You ask whatever you want. As long as it's not like rated R. Like, I gotta draw the line someplace, but okay. If we want to get into that, I was watching Toradora, and it was the Christmas episode, and she tells him to go back to her friend, and he's just like, oh, okay. So he goes back, and she realizes she's crying, and she's like thinking about it for a second, and she realizes exactly how much she cares about him, and she runs outside hoping to catch him, and then she just bitterly weeps on the ground as she cries out his name, and I'm like I can't do it. Like, she loves him so much, and she missed her chance. Like, believe me, I've cried so many different times at anime. Sword Art Online, I'm pretty sure I cried at the end of Sword Art Online. What other good ones have I... Toradora is without a doubt probably one of my absolute favorites that I've watched. I'm reading this webtoon right now that reminds me a lot of, like, the type of anime that I like, and oh my gosh, that's broken my heart so many times. I want to watch that so bad. I haven't yet, but I want to. Is it good? I'm like the ugly crying type of person. Oh my gosh. Speaking of ugly crying, I just remembered. So I watched Moulin Rouge for the first time when I was in high school. And I was like sitting in my room by myself, and I was watching it. And I come out of my room at the end of the movie, and I, like, blotchy face, like, I'm just inconsolable. And my dad's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "I just watched Moulin Rouge, and she died." I was like, "It's so unfair." And my dad's just looking at me like, "Rose, why?" I was like, "Okay." He's like, "I thought there was something seriously wrong. I bought that and sold it all in the same go." Way to go, Rose. Just buy a bunch of them. Just buy a bunch of potato seeds. All the potatoes. I specifically have anime channel. I think I have an anime channel on my, I think it's like anime and webtoons or something like that. I don't think that people should be in the closet about anything. Because honestly, even if you're ashamed, it's better to be ashamed with people who understand exactly what's happening. I've never heard of that one. Sure. I'm just like, now I'm thinking of all the times that I've cried from like movies and stuff. I'm like, oh, I'm a sap. I am such a sap. I'm like trying to like really dig deep and oh, that was a bad cry. That was that one was really bad. There's a movie called About Time, and it's a really sweet movie. Honestly, it is close to absolute perfection. I highly recommend. But I was watching it and it made me feel so many different emotions that I was crying so hard, I literally had just like snot running down my face. And I was like, I don't know why I'm crying so hard. It's not a sad movie, it's a really good movie. But there's just one scene in particular that I just like started scream ugly crying. And my mom's like, are you okay? This is so sad! Oh no! Oh, that's gonna make me cry. Oh. Okay, that is sad. Oh no. Oh, okay. You're a fellow Whovian. Doctor Who. That that got ugly. That one got ugly. I cried so hard. Oh no! Oh no, you're gonna make me cry. Oh no. Oh no, my little fragile heart. It's weepy. Oh, that's so sad. Well, I mean, it's sweet, but like, oh. Oh my gosh. That sounds rough. I ended up, so one of my coworkers is a Whovian as well. And we were sitting there talking about like some of our favorite episodes. I made her cry. We were crying together. It was just a big old tear fest. Oh my gosh, that... Okay, I want to see if I can make you cry with this. Can I tell you about the TV commercial that makes me cry? But also I think it's a little more potent because I'm a daddy's girl, so... It may or may not, probably will not have the same effect on you, but... There is that story. I bawled. So the thing with the end of 11, I cried so hard. And like, he's so excited. His speech was just phenomenal. But also just, when it got to the point of, you know, him leaving and then he sees her. And just, I was crying so hard. Like, I honestly almost made myself sick because I was crying so hard. And so it took me about 45 minutes to stop crying. And then my freaking husband walks by, and you know what he whispers to me? He's like, "Raggedy man." And I just start bawling again. Just absolute wailing cries. Doctor Who messed me up. Like, Doctor Who really got me. But no, my commercial that I cry at every single time I see it. So it's a gum commercial too. Just I feel like, yeah, Rose totally lost it over a gum commercial. I totally did. So there's this little girl. She's probably about like 3 or 4, and she's trying to practice riding a bike. And like it's got training wheels, and she's scared, and I think she falls over. And, you know, she skins her knee, and she's all upset, and her dad comes over and gives her a piece of gum, and folds the gum wrapper into a paper crane. And then it flashes forward, and she's a little bit older, and, you know, she's going to prom, and her date stands her up, and so she's sitting outside the school, and she's crying, and she's upset, and, you know, he comes and he picks her up, and he's got a paper crane, and, you know, it's really cute. And then, you know, flash forward, so it goes through all these scenarios when he's been there for her and he's made her these little paper cranes. So flash forward, and she's moving to college, and he's helping her load her car, and he's putting this box in, and it's a little pink shoebox, and he accidentally drops the shoebox, and hundreds of these paper cranes fall out of the box. And she goes around the back of the car, and she helps him pick them up, and they like look at each other over this box, and she kept all of those paper cranes, and I'm making myself cry right now. I'm like, it's so sad, like she kept all of them. I'm crying because I'm a sap. Like, it's so sweet, and he cared for her so much, and it's just like he was always there for her, and she always knew, and she always appreciated it. She never threw them away. She always loved them and kept a hold of them. I'm like, and now I'm thinking of my dad, and now I'm like, I want my dad. I want my dad. So, speaking of, like, things about my dad that make me cry, so he does this thing where when I leave his house, he stands out on his front porch, and he waves. He waves at me until he can't see me anymore. And I wave back at him. And I remember moving out of his house, and I was probably, like, 21, and I didn't even tell him until the day I was moving out, and he came home to find me moving out. But I remember he was so loving and so supportive, and as we were pulling out of the driveway, I see him standing there, and he's just waving at me, and I'm just waving back, and I'm just crying, because there's my daddy just sitting there waving to me. I'm crying a lot. I am crying a lot. I gotta pause. Gotta clean my face because I can't see my computer screen. Oh, good lord. Okay. Now that I've made myself cry. Whew. We're good. Whew. Oh my gosh, the tears are real. We'll do that one. We'll just upgrade it. Oh no! Yeah, don't stress yourself too much. Oh my gosh, I done made myself cry. Ooh. We're good, Rose. We're good. Yeah, extremely emotional person. Very sentimental, and for the longest time, I still do actually to this day, I have massive separation anxiety from my parents, especially my dad. So the whole moving out escapade just, it nearly broke my heart. Because I was so sad. I'm not kidding. I did not tell my dad that I was moving out until the day I was moving out, in the process of moving out. Because I couldn't look him in the face and have that conversation with him. I couldn't do it. I couldn't handle it. Still can't. Not great at it. My dad's the one person who I can't tell him anything that I feel would hurt him. I can't. I love him too much. Why do I have mail? Come to empty cabin in forest. We sell item to you. Oh. I'm gonna cry again. I've been there. I felt that. If you ever want to talk, if I'm available, believe me, we can talk. We can talk and talk and talk. I promise. If you ever need somebody, I'm here. Because there's nothing worse than the feeling like you don't have anybody to talk to. I'm going to start crying again. Rose, keep it together! Oh no! Oh, I'm a big ball of emotion right now. If ever you need somebody to talk to, I'm here. And I won't judge you. I promise. Oh my goodness. Whew. Emotions. Emotions are high right now. Okay, well. Hey! 69 out of 100. Okay, not a problem. Just felt that I'd offer. So, I think I'm actually going to end the episode here. I don't know how long I've been going, but you need to go to sleep. I've been going for an hour and 10 minutes. That is a decent amount of time. So, I am going to end the episode here, but thank you everyone so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if anybody needs an ear to talk to or a shoulder to quote-unquote cry on, because, I doubt we live in the same area. If you ever need anybody, I'm here. I'm almost always on Discord, so you can find me that way. But once again, thank you everyone so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I am back. I'm officially back. I am no longer on a break. So I will be back on Monday, if not sooner, with another episode of my Discord Members' Choice. But until then, I hope everyone has a fantastic evening, a fantastic weekend, and I hope to see you guys then. Bye!